Hey guys, welcome back to my channel again today. Today is gonna be me talking about how my gastric sleeve that I did last year went. So when I first decided that I wanted to do it is because I was thinking about it and I felt like I needed to do it. So I went into, when I first found out that Advent Health was able to do the gastric sleeve, because I didn't know about it. My sister was the one that told me. But I decided when she told me I wanted to do it. She was thinking about it, but then I jumped in and I was like, you know what? I can be the guinea pig and I'll do it. And after I decided to do it, I wanted to get into the information. I had to do some research and I had to get into the information of how I can get into, doing the gastric sleeve, how it worked, who I had to talk to, and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to make this video long. So I'm just going to get to where I started to where I ended. So the gastric sleeve, if you guys know, it wasn't painful. Okay. When I first started to do it, I was thinking about it. I didn't know for sure if I wanted to do it. But then I decided, well, you know what? Let's give it a try and see how it goes. Let me, talk to the doctor. They had to talk to me about it, make sure that this was really the one I wanted to do because there was two of them. There was the gastric sleeve and then there was the gastric bypass. So I did not like the gastric bypass because they had to do let me take this off real quick. I don't know why that keeps popping up. They wanted to do, at first he told me if I do the gastric bypass that I would lose weight and everything would go faster. But I didn't want to do that because he had to move some parts. I didn't want to do that. So I went with the gastric sleeve, which was, they only had to make 5 holes in your stomach. You won't feel it because you're sleeping, so you won't feel a thing. So they had to put they had to make 5 holes in your stomach in order for you to do the gastric sleeve. So the gastric sleeve, the one that I did was the one where they take 70% of your stomach out. So when I did that, you had to be very careful. You had to be very careful when you do the sleep, when you do the gastric sleeve thing, because you could break your stitches, depending on if you move fast or if you move hard. But I went ahead and did it. I said, you know what? I'm going to do it because I was gaining a lot of weight. I was almost at 400 to 500 pounds. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do it because I feel, like I needed to do it. I was getting stomach pains. I didn't know what to do. And I was at the point where, I was going to gain a lot of weight and I was already almost there. So I did it. This was last year. Last year, it's already been a year and a half. So I did it. I decided to do it. I went ahead and I did the test. I prepped for it. They gave us a lot of instructions of what to do before you get into it. I went and I did it. So after I went and I started to do everything, I followed all the instructions. I went in the morning. And after I went in the morning, I got all my paperwork done because you got to do a lot of paperwork when you're there. So when you got to make sure you're ready when you go in. So they'll tell you everything that you need. They'll give you all the instructions once you're in. But I went in, I did it. I didn't think I had the strength to do it, but I did. So I went ahead and I did it. So after I went in, it was very quick because I had to stay one night. So I had to stay overnight one day. The next day I was able to go home. And they gave me some instructions along when I went home. So it was a lot of pills, but like low fat, some healthy pills that they give you. Then you had to take, but first you had to like eat your food. So the food that you would eat was probably, well, I had a lot of soup, liquid soup, ice cream, anything mushy, like baby food. So you had to eat slowly, but then you had to eat ice cream. They would give you ice cream in the hospital because the ice cream is what, keeps your stomach cool. So they would give you that, and then you just keep eating that. And then until you go home, if you want to continue eating ice cream, you can. I got to eat ice cream for a little while, but then there was just certain ice creams you couldn't eat because the milk gets you nauseated. If you've noticed it, they'll give you options to what to eat, but there's just some stuff when you start, when the days go past, you start feeling nauseated. And up to this day, I still do. I still get the nauseating and I don't feel like eating anything and I'll be like, whatever. But you do have to keep in contact with your doctor too in order to keep you updated to see what you have to do. And then after you get that done, then you don't have to worry about it afterwards, unless you have like side effects or if you don't feel right or anything. That's the reason why you have to keep in contact with your doctor. So if you have any side effects or any pains or anything that, if you feel like you're not feeling good or if there's something wrong, you can contact your doctor and then you explain it to them what's going on, and then they'll tell you to either come in or they'll give you something. But mine was mostly, for me, it was mostly nauseated. I didn't have pain or anything, but I did notice after a while, since some months passed, that I started to get my skin sagging. So if you know what I mean by that, I mean like this started to sag, my arms, my legs, everything started to sag. And that's because you're losing the weight. So if you can keep it off and then just do like a lot of exercising and getting on the treadmill and things, which I'm getting myself a treadmill, just not right now. I'm looking to see what is the best treadmill for me so that I can use it. And hopefully that's going to help me lose the weight that's sagging on me. And that's just all part of, getting yourself healthy. And it's supposed to make you, from what I heard, it was supposed to make you healthy. It's supposed to make you more aware. And, if you decide to have a child, you're supposed to have a healthier child. That's what I was told. But I got this off of YouTube, of one of the speakers that was talking about it. This wasn't actually directly from my doctor. I got this off of YouTube, and it's supposed to help you in any way. So do your research if you guys are deciding to do the gastric sleeve. Because when I did it with no hesitation. I just went and did it because I was desperate. I needed to lose the weight. So I was too big. And right now you don't see me as big because, it's not, you can see some hanging here. Right there, my arms are hanging and everything. But you know what? It's okay because, to be honest, I was almost at 400 to 500 pounds, 450 to 500. Now, it's 226. So if I could lose that 26 pounds, or if I could lose at least 100, I'll probably look a little bit more skinnier. But then again, I don't want to look too skinny. So I want to be able to, keep my weight in the middle, because I don't want it too overweight and I don't want it too skinny. So I want to be able to keep my weight in the middle, so I don't have to keep gaining or losing. So, oh my God, I'm so tired. That's the second time I did that on the second video. But it wasn't that bad, guys. I mean, my surgery went pretty well. I had no complications. I had no problems. For me, I had no problems. I don't know about anybody else, but I have not had any problems. I'm losing the weight that I'm supposed to, because sometimes I lose 5 pounds, sometimes I'll lose 4 pounds, and it just goes up and down. But that's because you just had the surgery, so that's what's going to happen. But for me, it went pretty well. I had no problems. There was no issue with my surgery. But it was great. I enjoyed it. I was able to eat my food fine. I mean, I don't know about that other, what is it, gastric bypass? I don't know about that one. But I think I've made a very good decision on doing the gastric sleeve, because the gastric sleeve only takes like 70% of your stomach. And I did show in my shorts that I was in the hospital. So if I can try and link it in this video, I will try and link it in this video. If I could. If not, then yeah, there's a short of me in the hospital going like this and saying, yeah, I did it. So you should be able to see that I'm actually in the hospital and I actually did it. So if you guys are deciding to do it, for me, it wasn't a problem. I went and did it. So do make sure you guys do your research before you even decide to do it, because some of you might not want to do it, but then some of you might do it. Because for me, it made me very hungry, and it just made me like I wanted to keep eating, even though I try to control it. But I eat like maybe once a day, twice a day now. It's supposed to be 3 times a day. But if I eat 3 times a day, it would have to be small, because my stomach is not all that huge like before. So I just eat small amounts of food. I don't eat a lot like before, like I used to. So there's days where I could sometimes I can go like the whole day without eating breakfast and lunch. Dinner time comes and I'm very hungry, because because if you eat 3 times a day, you still feel stuffed. I don't know if you guys get that feeling, but when I eat 3 times a day, I still feel stuffed. So I have to balance my meal. I have to make sure what kind of food I want to eat for breakfast. What kind of food do I want to eat for lunch? Sometimes I don't even eat lunch. Sometimes I'll just eat maybe breakfast. And then if I decide I want to eat dinner, I'll eat dinner. But if I got to skip lunch, I'll skip lunch. And then I'll just go right into dinner. Sometimes I even skip breakfast and go right into lunch and then eat dinner. So yeah, when I feel hungry is when I eat. I don't eat when I'm not hungry, because there's no point. If you feel that you're hungry, if you feel that you're not hungry and you eat when you're not hungry, that's what makes you, that's what gives the cravings. Because I've noticed that I always eat my food when I'm not hungry, which it shouldn't be like that. It should be when you're hungry, eat. If you feel like you're hungry, you eat. And sometimes I don't do that. So again, if you guys are deciding to do the gastric sleeve, make sure. I did mine in Advent Health. So if you guys decide that you want to do it, that's where I did it. But also I'm here in Winter Haven. So you're probably going to have to find one that's closest to you to do it. But for me, it was no problem. So I hope that you guys look into that if you decide. But this is my experience of what I went through. And it's already been 1.5 years that I've done it. So I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I'm supposed to keep in contact with my doctor and I haven't. So if you guys want to do your research, you can, because there is a lot of paperwork and there is a lot of instructions that you have to follow when you do it. So yeah, that's just something that that's going to be your decision if you want to do it or not. But I know I didn't think twice. I just went and I said, you know what, I'm going to do it, because my sister couldn't do it because it was too much money. But thankful for me, my Medicare insurance paid for it. My insurance paid for it. So I was able to get it done and get it out of the way and just go about my day. and continue to do what I always do. And hopefully as soon as I can get myself up and going, I'll be able to, you know, find me a better job and start working. If I can't find a job now because of the stores closing, I'll just probably do like a home job where I can stay at home and just continue finding a work from home job. So again, if you know anyone that's looking, has a company for work from home or that is hiring, just leave a link on the bottom of my videos, because I did make a lot of videos and I did mention this. So if you know anything of anybody hiring for work from home, let me know, because I'm still looking. And because I like to do the day in the life of my home, day in the life of working from home, I would love to do that. But until I find something, I did do it sometimes. I did make a video of it, but I did do it sometimes. So you'll see my videos when you guys go take a look at it, and you'll see. And if for any reason, if you have like any questions about the gastric sleeve or the gastric bypass, there are videos out there, because I don't think I'll be able to answer them for you, because it's been a year and a half already since I've done it. And I have not seen my doctor or called my doctor yet lately, because they were asking for a payment for me to give so that, you know, I can keep seeing them. But then I have a group. I have actual, you know what, as a matter of fact, I do have a Facebook group with them. I do have a Facebook group with them where I keep in contact if I have any questions. And hopefully, maybe I could leave a link to that in the bottom of this video for that face group for Advent Health. Unless you guys already have it, but I know I have it. So I'm going to probably leave it on the bottom of this video so you guys can go check that out. But I think it's only for patients, but I'll look into it first before I post it, because I don't want to post something and then, you know, they end up saying, well, if you did not do the test, then you can't join the group. So let me do my research and take a look at that before I make my decision. And then I'll let you guys know if it's okay for you guys to go ahead and look into that. But I think you guys should be able to get into that with no problems. Maybe to ask questions, find out what it is that where you can go to do your gastric sleeve or to do your gastric bypass. Again, I'm fine. I'm still on my feet. I'm still walking. I have no problems. I haven't had any other sickness, only like maybe when I get my throat, but I haven't gotten anything from that either. Because usually I'll catch cold and stuff like that. But they're basically probably going to tell you to take, if you don't drink milk, they'll probably tell you to take some calcium pills, because that's what I take, calcium pills for the bones, and I take like 2 a day. So if you guys are wanting to do that, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys, not a lot of you will, but I did it because I needed the help desperately. So again, no problems. I had no problems. I don't know about anybody else. I'm not speaking for everybody else. I'm only speaking for me, because I feel like I needed the help, so I wanted to do it. So this is my experience of doing it. So without further ado, guys, I will make another video tomorrow. This is my second video, and I'll see you guys on my next channel. Later.